They are on the mobile app already, listening to you, Ma. And the batters will feel that if they are sensible, they don't really have to go and bludgeon every ball out of the ground. This can afford to be selective in their shot making, because we've seen the balls hold on to and grip on the surface. So a bit of alertness on the part of batters is essential. And Bangladeshi bowlers will have to really be bowling with a lot of thought. 1734 runs for Pathum Nissanka at 1450s. So he will be looking to get amongst the runs. He's in with someone who has been scoring lots and lots of runs in different formats. Century in the last match, man of the match. Kusal Mendes in the ODI has been exemplary, and he wants to carry on.
And the man of the series as well, Kusal Mendes, and with the new ball for Bangladesh is going to be Saifuddin. Experience economy of 8.72, slightly on the higher side. That is mainly because he bowls in the depth as well as with the new ball. Pathum Nissanka standards quite relatively quiet ODI series. He will be wanting to do better in the T20 series. Slip, short extra cover, cow point, mid-off, mid-on, square leg, fine leg, and a third man to start off the proceedings. Countdown is on.
And we're all set for the chase. Sri Lanka looking to overtake. 154 posted by Bangladesh. Pathum Nissanka on strike. That is a delectable shot to start off with. Just a hint of shortness of length, and he was quickly on his back foot. What sweet timing for the first boundary.
Sweet as a candy. This is a wonderful stop. Nothing wrong with the delivery. I thought the length was decent. And this is what Pathum Nissanka is good at. High on his toes, and most importantly, finding the gap. Feel the extra cover did get a hand to it. Feel like the outfield is lightning fast. As Shamim Hussain was chasing down, did not have a chance.
No pressure on Mohammad Saifuddin, the bowler, straight away. No, that's there to be hit. Cannot afford to bowl. Little short, angling down the leg side. Easy pickings.
Back of the length in this surface just sits up beautifully. That's not the length you bowl with the new ball at the Pallekal International Cricket Stadium. Especially against quality players like Pathum Nissanka. It becomes a bread and butter. Easy as it gets when you have the fine leg also in the circle, even easier. Moral victory for the bowler. Beg your pardon, the batter, the slip disappears to mid-wicket. Third man comes in and cow point drops back.
Well, that's been bludgeoned. This time he overcompensates, pitches it up wide of the off stump, and the full flourish of that bat. Sweet cover drive. 4-4-4.
What a start for Sri Lanka. Just the start anyone would have hoped for if you're a Sri Lankan fan. For a moment, Shamim Hussain was probably thinking I could get to it. Oh, agonizingly. It's a nice shot. Nice shot by Pathum Nissanka. Nice shot by a cameraman. Very good start for Sri Lanka.
Superb start. Looking very ragged is the bowler, Mohammad Saifuddin. Slows it down. That's a good comeback delivery. Looked a little rusty early on. Mohammad Saifuddin. These are the three boundaries. First, very compact through the covers. Next one, just whips it away. And this one, just very ill for a while, but truly struck. Under pressure, the bowler comes back with a dot delivery. The fourth one. 14 months since he played his last T20 international, Mohammad Saifuddin.
Good comeback by Saifuddin. Next couple of deliveries slightly straighter, and he'll be up against it. He's playing in this side, having Shariful Islam, Mustafizur Rahman in the squad, not making the cut. I think that's because Saifuddin plays as probably an all-rounder, can hit the long ball at the latter part of the innings. That's probably why he got the tick or the nod ahead of Mustafizur or Shariful. But he is an experienced man, been in the system for a very long time, and with the new ball, he should be enjoying this condition. Bit of swing, skidding on the pitch. Just got to be more consistent when it comes to the line.
He's got to finish with a good delivery. Oh, short. Asking for that ball to be hit to deep mid wicket. Rishad does the job, but it's a big first over. 14 after 1.
Amazing taste, Mr. Noodles. Enjoy the best.
ফুড পান্ডা দিচ্ছে 125 টাকা ছাড়। ডিল নাও কোডে KFC, পিৎজা হাট, চিলক্স, সুমিস হট কেক, ম্যাকশেফ ও আরো অনেক অপশনে 125 টাকা ছাড়।
রিয়ার সাথে লাঞ্চ? হাত ধুয়েছিস? আমাদের পুরো 2 মিনিট হাত ধুতে হবে, না হলে জীবাণু থেকে যাবে। ধুতে থাকো, ধুতে। হ্যাঁ বান্টি, তোর সাবান স্লো নাকি রে?
নতুন লাইফবয় সুপার ফাস্ট হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ এখন আরো উন্নত ফর্মুলা 10 সেকেন্ডে দেয় জীবাণুর বিরুদ্ধে শক্তিশালী সুরক্ষা।
মেরিল প্রথমবারের মতো নিয়ে এলো ভিটামিন সি সোপ বার, এটি ত্বককে সুরক্ষিত রাখে।
Taskin Ahmed. That is absolutely a top-class shot. Just waited on that, opened the face. Lovely use of the lack of fielders in the deep and 4 runs.
Carrying on his good form, Kusal Mendis. Fresh from 100, couple of pitches away. Most importantly, lovely head position, not committing too much to the front foot. Predominantly just opening up the offside by not committing with the front foot as well. And the length was just perfect to play it behind square. What a start for Sri Lanka. Rebounder for Pathum. The first ball of Thaskin creams it through the cow point area by Kusal. Dancing in the aisle.
Taskin Ahmed pitches it up to the batter. Taskin, you'd expect right from the word to go to ensure that the length was better.
Deliberately opened the face of the bat to find the gap between Cow Point and Shamim Hussain. Well controlled, particularly in Pallakele with the bounce, you can rise with it. It's excellent start. Taskin Ahmed is an experienced man, but he's up against Kusal Mendis, who's seeing the ball early, timing it well, and this is a good battle to watch.
We saw prodigious use of the slow deliveries by the Sri Lankan bowlers. Oh no, the last thing you want is being lethargic in the field, and a little bit of a fumble gives the extra run.
9 Sheikh, the fielder, that bit off, did not pick it up in the first go. Yep, that's more than enough for 2 batters are looking for every opportunity to steal a single. Probably a bit of a bubble as well, but nevertheless, like the intent shown by both the batters. It's a fielding coach, every detail will be written down, and after the game the post-mortem starts.
Oh dear, way down the leg side. That is very ordinary bowling, just helping the ball on its way, making it easy for the Sri Lankans to gather the runs in quick time.
It's raining boundaries in Pallakele. Just the 10 deliveries into the Sri Lankan side. Already 5 boundaries, 3 to Pathum, 2 to Kusal. It was a poor delivery down the leg side. Not too sure whether that was an off cutter, but that's not the line to bowl, especially when you have fine leg in the circle, and a leg side boundary is shorter than the offside.
Bowler of the capability of Taskin Ahmed should be able to do a little better. Well, it's stopped by him on his follow through.
Slow delivery by Taskin, 117 kilometers per hour. Wasn't a cutter, it's almost like a floater. Showing good football skills there. Taskin using his big size 13, not had enough time to come down and grab the ball. It was excellent timing. And you're not sure? Just use it, size 13, and that will hurt.
That will hurt, and that can be dangerous for Taskin because he's suffered in recent times also with an ankle injury. He's got to be a little careful. Already limping a bit. That's the last thing Bangladesh want. They want a fully fit Taskin to bowl out his 4 overs. Hasn't started off well, but he's a player who can come back well. Now, pick that up. Oh, well, well, well. The Sri Lankans are really enjoyed themselves. 6 to finish that over.
আপনার প্রিয় কাপড়ের যত্নে এলো এনজাইম সমৃদ্ধ অরিক সিলভার ওয়াশ ডিটারজেন্ট পাউডার, যার পাওয়ার টেক ক্লিন ফর্মুলা আপনার কাপড়কে রাখে নতুনের মতো। অরিক সিলভার ওয়াশ ডিটারজেন্ট পাউডার 500 গ্রাম মাত্র 70 টাকা।
রেজিস্ট্রেশন
শুধু ওয়েস্টার্ন ড্যান্স।
চল কিছু একটা করি।
লিখুন নতুন ডান্স, বাউন্স নৃত্য।
নিজের বাউন্স দেখাও। নতুন সানসিল্ক পিঙ্ক, এতে আছে হাজারো কেরাটিন বুস্টার্স, চুল দেখায় দ্বিগুণ ঘন আর বাউন্সি। নিজের বাউন্স দেখাও, সানসিল্ক পিঙ্ক।
মেরিল প্রথমবারের মতো নিয়ে এলো ভিটামিন সি সোপ বার, এটি ত্বককে সুরক্ষিত রাখে, ফিরিয়ে আনে ন্যাচারাল গ্লো।
এই অবস্থায় পড়তে না চাইলে ব্যবহার করুন রেইনবো ড্যাম প্রোটেক্টর।
ইলাস্টোমেরিক ইমালশন থাকায় দেয়াল থাকে ড্যাম প্রুফ রেইনবো পেইন্টস, কালার অফ জয়। ফুড পান্ডা দিচ্ছে 125 টাকা।
Went a long way. Tanzim Hassan Shakib, the aggressive bowler. I'm pretty sure Litton Das has brought his ace man into the attack, expecting him to pick up a couple of wickets for Bangladesh to get back into the game.
Even when Bangladesh were going great guns during the power play, we noticed that the Sri Lankan captain had used 4 bowlers, 4 different bowlers in the first 4 overs. I think they will have to replicate that, but you need to just stem the flow of runs. Cannot afford to bowl in that line. Is going to be punished. The crowd are absolutely over the moon. Yeah, more controlled bowling. Half stop just stops the ball from going through, restricts it to a single.
A good stop. I thought he was going for the boundary. Parvez Hossein Imon, extra cover, indicating that slow ball bowled by Tanzim Hassan. That's been the go-to ball for most of the bowlers of the Sri Lankan side. Taking the reef out of that is similar to Bangladesh. Straight away, Indian there in doubt, cutters into the pitch.
Well, he's over the moon. Why not? Oh, now intentions pretty clear, but good bowling so far from Tanzim Shakib. Needs an over. Bangladesh desperately need an over to just control the attitude, the way the Sri Lankan batters have been really going after the bowling, threatening to take it away from Bangladesh pretty early on in the innings.
I'm enjoying these battles. Tanzim against Pathum, Taskin against Kusal. At the moment, the 2 Sri Lankan openers coming on top.
Has got hold of that. That's going many a mile. Kakona targeted and a maximum achieved.
This occasion, the slow ball was right in the hitting arc for Pathum Nissanka. Setting himself up beautifully to go mid-wicket. Lovely follow through, good pace. And off she goes, 91-meter monster. That's an excellent shot. I thought Pathum Nissanka anticipated a slower delivery. That's why he covered the off stump pretty early. His good luck, the length was full right in the hitting arc.
Well, didn't quite get hold of it. Despite that, fortune favors the brave, as they say. An inside edge, very disconcerting for the bowler. But the batter will take the 4 runs.
The luck's certainly going Sri Lanka's way. Trying to maximize the power play. Message is quite clear for Sri Lanka. That was more like a hoik. The previous one, was excellent, kept his shape, picked the slow ball early. Tanzim Hassan Shakib quite unlucky that inside edge did not chop back into the stumps.
Another big over in the offing, already 12 runs. The crowd have been really entertained. Oh, now, take that! With Crawford and slapped away with this day for another bound.
মামা বিকাশে বিল দেখাও যায় দেওয়াও যায় এইখানে অ্যাকাউন্ট নাম্বার দিলে দেখতে পারবেন মাসের বিদ্যুৎ বিল
কি আশ্চর্য!
বিকাশে বিল জমা দিয়ে পেলাম ডিজিটাল রিসিপ্ট বিল পরিশোধের প্রমাণ
বিকাশে দেখুন বিল আসলো কত, জমাও দিন সময় মতো।
ফুড পান্ডা দিচ্ছে 125 টাকা ছাড় ডিল নাও কোডে কেএফসি, পিৎজা হাট, চিলক্স, সুমিস হট কেক, ম্যাকশেফ ও আরো অনেক অপশনে 125 টাকা ছাড়।
250 মিলি রাঁধুনি সরিষার তেলে 5 টাকা, 500 মিলিতে 10 টাকা, 1 লিটারে 15 টাকা আর 2 লিটারে 40 টাকা ছাড়। জলদি কিনুন।
এলো নতুন সার্ফ এক্সেল টার্বো ক্লিন টেকনোলজি যুক্ত, যা 100 কঠিন দাগ দূর করে এক ধোয়াতে। এখন নতুন মোড়কে
প্রাণ সসের মাখামাখি টেস্ট নুডলসকে করে তোলে আরো ইয়ামি আরো জোস। তাজা পাকা টমেটো আর সিক্রেট রেসিপি কম্বিনেশনে প্রাণ সসের বস।
Looking to really get to the target quickly. Desperately in search of a wicket here, Bangladesh. Full toss. Take that. Easy as they come. The 50 comes up in quick time.
What a shot. Taskin Ahmed, the very first ball in his second over, going to bowl a Yorker. And against players like Kusal Mendes, the margin of error becomes so minimum, so small. A shin knife full toss into the fourth over. Dispatches it to the grass banks. That's an excellent hit. Already 7 boundaries, 3 sixers in 3.1 overs. Whereas Bangladesh, in their 20 overs, they managed only 12 boundaries and 4 sixes. This is excellent. Rightly so, targeting the power play, setting the tone pretty early. Change the field. Mid-wicket drops back and longs on comes in the circle. This is playing into Kusal Mendes' hands, especially when you consider the shorter boundary is to the leg side for the right-hander.
This time it's back to the point. It's happening all around the ground and he's enjoying it. There's been pretty ordinary bowling here by all the Bangladeshi bowlers on view. And Sri Lanka have really moved on, hitting balls to all parts of the ground.
Even experienced Taskin Ahmed is sinking here. He had 2 fielders outside the circle in the leg side and gives with. Yes, the car point fielder should have done better, Rishad Hossain, but the line was wrong. Yes, awkward bounce, but that was just asking to be put away. Excellent hitting. 8 boundaries, 3 sixes now.
Yeah, last 5 balls, 2 sixes, 3 boundaries. That tells you the absolute control the Sri Lankan batters have over the Bangladeshi bowlers. Under huge pressure, even the experienced Taskin. Now, pick up shot. Way it goes, many a mile into the crowd for another maximum.
Sanat Jayasuriya easily hit it. This is excellent hitting. Picked up the slow ball early again by Kusal Mendes. Take a look at the head position. It was straight and went down in one knee. That was an excellent hit. Not a big boundary to the leg side, but that would have easily cleared any boundary in the world. They are elated, the crowd. They've been given a proper treatment, some entertainment by the 2 openers of Sri Lanka.
Some entertainment, royally entertained here. Last 6 balls, 30 runs. Marauding mood, the Sri Lankan batters. Under the cosh, the Bangladeshi bowlers. Well, at last, the Yorker length ball and a single. Well, it's not been easy going for Bangladesh, really being tested.
And Nissanka and Mendes, this is their 41st time opening the batting for Sri Lanka. Average more than 34. A run rate more than 8.2 as well, with 100 partnership and 11 50 partnership. The first ball of this over mid-wicket. Next ball through car point. Slow ball over square leg. Excellent hitting. This is carnage out here at the Palakkad International Cricket Stadium.
Has been belligerent hitting by the Sri Lankans from both ends. 27 of 10 for Nissanka, 35 of 12 from Kusal Mendes. And it's really been a show to entertain the crowd, the massive crowd that's coming here at the Pallakali International Stadium. Slow ball. For once a dot from the Bangladeshi bowlers.
Relief for everyone when it comes to Bangladesh. It's finally a dot delivery. Wow, what hitting. This is proper striking, quality batting. Sean Tate, the bowling coach, he would have planned it out previously before the game, overnight, probably this morning. But when two batters are going so sweetly, you can't do much. Even Phil Simmons, I'm sure the information would have been given. But when two batters are batting so well, it just becomes so easy in T20 cricket, isn't it?
It does, and the problem is they have not been able to read the pace of the wicket and adjust as the Sri Lankan bowlers did. Another single ends 18-run over. 64 without.
তো টাকা রাখি কিন্তু আবার উঠেই খাই ফেলাই, তারপর ভিডিও দেখে একটা সেভিংস অ্যাকাউন্ট করে ফেললাম। বিকাশের মাধ্যমেই আমি টাকাটা ব্যাংকে জমাচ্ছি।
বিকাশ অ্যাপে ডিপিএস টাকা জমায় সারা দেশ। ফুড পান্ডা দিচ্ছে 125 টাকা ছাড়। ডিল নাও কোডে কেএফসি, পিৎজা হাট, চিলক্স, সুমিস হট কেক, ম্যাকশেফ ও আরো অনেক অপশনে 125 টাকা ছাড়।
তুমি চাইলেই সব পারবে। একজন মাই তার মেয়েকে সম্পূর্ণভাবে মজবুত করে তোলে আর অ্যালোভেরা ও মিল্ক প্রোটিন যুক্ত লাইফ বয় শ্যাম্পু চুল করে ন্যাচারালি স্ট্রং। নতুন লাইফ বয় শ্যাম্পু মাত্র 2 টাকায়।
ক্লিক ব্যাকআপ এলইডি লাইট লোডশেডিং এ দেয় 3 ঘন্টার ব্যাকআপ, কারণ এতে আছে 2000 মিলি অ্যাম্পিয়ার ব্যাটারি। ক্লিক ব্যাকআপ লাইট, লাইটের ব্যাকআপ, লাইফের ব্যাকআপ।
টিফিন খেতে হয় না কারো লেট, যেদিন থাকে টেস্টিং সল্ট মুক্ত দারুণ স্বাদের চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলস।
সবার জন্যই ভালো চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলস।
Something different. Mehdi Hasan Miraj, the spinner. The three seamers have just been carved to all parts. Bangladesh need to show some heart. Try and find a wicket. Get 2 new batters in, and that way maybe slow the proceedings. Evening, Roshan.
Evening, Russell.
Another one. Good use of the body. It's raining sixes here in Pallakali.
Well, I'm afraid nothing seemed to have gone right for Bangladesh. Well, they started off well as an opening pair, and after that with wickets falling, and then the bowlers have looked very ordinary. That's a poor delivery. That's a long hop. That's a drag down. Bowling in the power plays, just under 85 and short and asking to be hit.
Fires it in a little quicker. They'll get 2. It's nicely weighted by Pathum Nissanka. Now if you thought it's Kusal Mendes who's been hitting those sixers and running away, Nissanka not too far behind either. 36 of 14, 35 of 12. What a partnership.
Well, I think Bangladesh needs to take a gamble here, Russell. They need to go for wickets, and to me, the man is going to be the leg spinner, Rashad Hussain. They need to gamble with him. Throw him into the mix and see what he could do.
Lovely use of the feet through the line. This is unbelievable stuff. Look at the crowd. They're loving what they're seeing.
Well, this is not helping. Sri Lanka won't be complaining at all. They're just enjoying themselves. Sixers are raining, and they're making full use of the power play.
And maybe they learned from the Bangladeshi batters as well, because in the power play, they went hard. Now here's an opportunity. He sliced that. Rashad Hussain hangs on and they get a breather.
Well, that's what they were after. That's the breakthrough they were after. He's not happy later on. But what about them? They're over the moon because Sri Lanka have got off to a flying start. Looking to go over the top. Push through a little bit quicker. Sliding across. Top edge. Rashad Hussain holds on to it at mid-on. But Sri Lanka have got off to a brilliant start. Pathum Nissanka, 42.
কি সাবানের থেকে আলাদা জানতে ডাভ ফেস টেস্ট ট্রাই করুন আপনার সাবান আর ডাভ নিন একদিকে সাবান দিন আর অন্যদিকে ডাভ সাবানের দিকটা রুক্ষ লাগে কারণ সাবান ত্বককে রুক্ষ করে দেয় ডাভের দিকটা নরম ও কোমল কারণ ডাভ সাবানের থেকে আলাদা এর 1/4 ময়েশ্চারাইজিং ক্রিম দেয় নরম কোমল ও উজ্জ্বল ত্বক তফাৎটা বুঝতে আজই ডাভ ব্যবহার করুন
মামা বিকাশে বিল দেখাও যায় দেওয়াও যায় এইখানে অ্যাকাউন্ট নাম্বার দিলে দেখতে পারবেন মাসের বিদ্যুৎ বিল
কি আশ্চর্য!
বিকাশে বিল জমা দিয়ে পেলাম ডিজিটাল রিসিট বিল পরিশোধের প্রমাণ
বিকাশে দেখুন বিল আসলো কত, জমাও দিন সময় মতো।
ওয়েলকাম আকাশের এক্সাইটিং এন্টারটেইনমেন্ট ওয়ার্ল্ডে এর নতুন ইউনিভার্সাল রিমোট এবং এইচডি সেট টপ বক্সের সাথে এক্সপেরিয়েন্স করুন এন্টারটেইনমেন্টের এক ম্যাজিক্যাল ওয়ার্ল্ড। আকাশের ঝকঝকে ট্রু এইচডি পিকচার কোয়ালিটি বদলে দেবে আপনার টিভি দেখার ধারণা। আকাশ, যে কানেকশন সারা জীবনে।
মেরিল প্রথমবারের মতো নিয়ে এলো ভিটামিন সি সোপ বার এটি ত্বককে সুরক্ষিত রাখে ফিরিয়ে আনে ন্যাচারাল গ্লো
Is once again trying to go down the ground. For some reason, he sliced it.
I felt that he was bowling the slider, it went across and just couldn't get hold of it. So he got more height. 78 for 1 and that is a wicket taking over at the end of 5.
আপনার প্রিয় কাপড়ের যত্নে এলো এনজাইম সমৃদ্ধ অরিক সিলভার ওয়াশ ডিটারজেন্ট পাউডার যার পাওয়ার টেক ক্লিন ফর্মুলা আপনার কাপড়কে রাখে নতুনের মতো অরিক সিলভার ওয়াশ ডিটারজেন্ট পাউডার 500 গ্রাম মাত্র 70 টাকা
অ্যাটাক মাস্টার আজকে কোথায়?
ওকে অসুখ অ্যাটাক করেছে
এদের উচ্ছলতা যেন থেমে না যায় এজন্য নতুন লাইফ বয় এর জীবাণু নির্মূলকারী ভিটামিন যুক্ত ফর্মুলা দেয় জীবাণুর বিরুদ্ধে 100% শক্তিশালী সুরক্ষা।
Mr. Noodles, amazing taste. Mr. Noodles, enjoy the best.
আমিও তো টাকা রাখি কিন্তু আবার উঠেই খাই ফেলাই তারপর ভিডিও দেখে একটা সেভিংস অ্যাকাউন্ট করে ফেললাম বিকাশের মাধ্যমেই আমি টাকাটা ব্যাংকে জমাচ্ছি
বিকাশ
Edge of the circle. Saifuddin. Ridoy is quick across the grass. Well, maybe Bangladesh can lift after that wicket because you never know what can happen. We've seen, Roshan, if you remember, last year, T20 internationals here in Pallekele. There were lots of collapses. The moment you got through that new ball, wicket started to fall. But it'll all come down to your belief whether you want to hang on to those opportunities.
Absolutely right. Now Bangladesh needs to up their game here. The first 5 overs is forgettable. They need to restart. They need to re-look at doing things and to start with they can feel better.
To the new batter, it'll take time. The field restrictions, he knows. Field will spread after a while. And the other fact is, Pathum Nissanka, he's been playing Test cricket, the ODIs, he was very quiet, but Kusal Mendis in blistering form. But Kusal Pereira, for that matter, coming in after a while.
Yeah, true. He'll take some time. He's faced 3 deliveries, hasn't got off the mark as yet.
Really good. Mendis called him through to help him out, but a direct hit, Roshan. Would have had the 2 new batters they would have been dreaming of.
Yeah, that's true. They've got to be careful here. Sri Lanka needs to be careful here. I can understand Mendis's thinking. Needed to get Kusal going. And yeah, that would have been tight. That would have definitely been tight had that been a direct hit. In fact, he was a goner.
But the thought process, simply brilliant. Kusal Pereira struggling. Okay, let me get him off strike. Let me try and capitalize on the 3 balls remaining in this power play. Finds the fielder in the deep.
He's looking so good, isn't he? Kusal Mendis is moving well. He's striking at 264 plus. And the way he makes those adjustments, even that delivery swinging in and adjusted very, very late, was looking to hit it behind square leg, found the fielder Is it 3-4 and 3-6 and seem to be in sublime touch?
So many scoreboard operators.
Too many. Too many. And that has caused the scoreboard not to work.
Because they're sticking their legs through where the total should be. He's chipped that. That'll be safe though.
They're turning out to be a good over for Saifuddin. This is exactly
তো টাকা রাখি কিন্তু আবার উঠেই খাই ফেলাই তারপর ভিডিও দেখে একটা সেভিংস অ্যাকাউন্ট করে ফেললাম বিকাশের মাধ্যমেই আমি টাকাটা ব্যাংকে জমাচ্ছি
বিকাশ অ্যাপে ডিপিএস টাকা জমায় সারা দেশ
প্রাণ সসের মাখামাখি টেস্ট নুডলস
Ideal for reverse swing.
I think considering the way those guys were hanging on to it.
They're everywhere, Roshan. They're everywhere. Top of trees, wherever you can get a spot to watch this game. You better be careful, fellas. Good over from Saifuddin. Ends the power play with Sri Lanka on 83 for 1.
সসের মাখামাখি টেস্ট নুডলসকে করে তোলে আরো ইয়ামি আরো জোস তাজা পাকা টমেটো আর সিক্রেট রেসিপি কম্বিনেশনে প্রাণ সস সসের বস চঞ্চল ভাই
দেখা যাচ্ছে না বলে নেই নাকি পানিতে থাকা আয়রন ও সীসা ফোটালেও যায় না দেখাও যায় না
পিওরি ক্লাসিক দূর করে ভাইরাস ব্যাকটেরিয়া এবং নতুন যুগের দূষণ
বাংলাদেশ শ্রীলঙ্কা জমজমাট লড়াই চলবে মাঠে আর খেলা লাইভ স্ট্রিম করুন আপনার মোবাইল ওয়েব কিংবা ট্যাবে আজই ডাউনলোড করুন আকাশগো কম্পানিয়ন অ্যাপ অথবা ভিজিট করুন আকাশগো ওয়েবসাইটে
ভিটামিন সি আর গ্লিসারিনের সাথে নতুন লাক্স যা ত্বককে করে কোমল আর দেয় ব্রাইট গ্লো ট্রাই করো লাক্স
ছোটবেলায় লোডশেডিং এর সময় তোমার হাত পাকার বাতাস থামতো না এখন তুমি ঘুমাবে ক্লিক ফ্যানের বাতাস থামবে না
ক্লিক রিচার্জেবল ফ্যান লোডশেডিং এও নিশ্চিত করে 3 ঘন্টা ব্যাকআপ ক্লিক রিচার্জেবল ফ্যান অবিরাম প্রশান্তির হাওয়া ফুড পান্ডা দিচ্ছে 125 টাকা ছাড় ডিল নাও কোডে কেএফসি পিৎজা হাট
See, I'm a bit surprised with Litton's captaincy. I would have thought he would bring in the leg spinner straight away at the first available opportunity.
You always talk about intent, Roshan. At least a couple good placement. Is that what you mean, intent?
That's inside the tent. That's not intent. There's a difference between inside the tent and intent. All of them are inside tents. The intent is different.
Yeah, they've got that start. Required rate 5.11 now in T20 cricket. That's not a challenge. And he's playing it smart. Probably realizing that Kusal Pereira needs a little bit of time to play himself in because you don't need, keep saying it again, Bangladesh would want 2 new batters. That's what Sri Lanka don't need. But that will be opening that window. Again, something you always tell us about. Open windows, throwing out the window.
Those are figures of speech, Russell. Don't take it literally. But yeah, Bangladesh looking to slow things down. Still 68 of 80 balls is not difficult at all. 9 wickets standing.
Some figures for you, Roshan.
No figures there though. You can only see legs and shoes.
Maybe pulling it back, but no pressure on Sri Lanka for the moment. They got things well under control.
Bangladesh will want to bowl dots, but they also need wickets. Good fielding, very good fielding. Keeps it down to a single and 5 runs off that over. 88 for 1.
ফুল হতে চাও তো রোদে বের হও গ্লো থাকে একই প্রখর রোদেও গ্লো এন্ড লাভলি সিরাম ক্রিম এর মাল্টিভিটামিন সিরাম ত্বকের 3 স্তর গভীরে যায় আর দেয় 40% বেশি উজ্জ্বলতা বেরিয়ে পড়ো নিজের পরিচয় গড়ো গ্লো এন্ড লাভলি সিরাম ক্রিম
আপনার প্রিয় কাপড়ের যত্নে এলো এনজাইম সমৃদ্ধ অরিক সিলভার ওয়াশ ডিটারজেন্ট পাউডার, যার পাওয়ার টেক ক্লিন ফর্মুলা আপনার কাপড়কে রাখে নতুনের মতো। অরিক সিলভার ওয়াশ ডিটারজেন্ট পাউডার 500 গ্রাম মাত্র 70 টাকা।
আরএফএল ইজি পাইপ আমেরিকান এএসটিএম স্ট্যান্ডার্ডে তৈরি আধুনিক যুগের আধুনিক পাইপ ফিটিংস এর সাথে জয়েন্ট হয় শক্ত ও মজবুত। আরএফএল ইজি পাইপ এন্ড ফিটিংস, পাইপের বস না কিনলে লস। ফুড পান্ডা দিচ্ছে 125 টাকা ছাড়, ডিল নাও কোডে কেএফসি পিৎজা।
Well, you got the leg spinner, wicket-taking option of Rishabh Hossain. Just short. Oh, he's missed it. But manages to keep it down to just one. The wicket-taking option of Rishabh Hossain. Should you bring him in looking for wickets?
I think it's no-brainer at this stage. You need wickets. You can't delay his introduction because he won't have runs to play with.
I just feel they're targeting the left-hander here, who's still not got himself in. Round the wicket, Shamim. Yeah, ideally, this is what I think. Get through a couple here, delay Rishabh Hossain. Sri Lanka have Sri Lanka has a left-hander. Oh, he goes with the reverse. He hits it well. Oh dear, that goes all the way.
So I'm not sure whether this ploy is working. It's been a while since a boundary came and Kusal Perera opens it with a 6. See, this is the thing. You're bringing in a part-time bowler and you're trying to target Kusal Perera here. Why not the leg spinner? Take the chance. I mean, if you go for runs, bad luck. But what about if he strikes and get you a wicket or two? He just opens up an end for you.
We don't have many runs to play with. Just another 59 required, and hence I'm with you. You've got to use your wicket taker, your attacking option. Anyone you know, Roshan?
Quite a few of them. But difficult to recognize because they're all in a bunch or a group. Good running, brilliant running. Very, very good running indeed. Sri Lankan batters putting so much pressure not just on the bowlers but also on the Bangladesh fielders.
Just looking at Kusal Perera. Just doesn't look very comfortable after he completes that too. Direct it, you reckon? No, well covered in fact. They've got 11 off the over. Lanka 99 for 1 after 8.
পান্ডা দিচ্ছে 125 টাকা ছাড়, ডিল নাও কোডে কেএফসি পিৎজা হাট শিলক্স সুমিজ হট কেক ম্যাকশেফ ও আরো অনেক অপশনে 125 টাকা ছাড়।
সিক্সার্স দেখতে তো ভালো, খেতেও ভালো। চকলেট পিনাট ক্যারামেল ও নোগাটের দারুণ কম্বিনেশন এলো সিক্সার্স চকলেট কোটেড বার। এনার্জি।
রুই মাছ ভাজা, কিন্তু এই তেল চর্বি একবার ধুলে পরিষ্কার হবে না, তাহলে একবার আমি ধুয়ে দিচ্ছি আর একবার তুমি।
ডান। নতুন ভিম লিকুইডে আছে 100 লেবুর শক্তি, যা মাছ মাংসের কঠিন তেল চর্বি পরিষ্কার করে এক ধোয়াতেই।
এবার তুমি।
আরে তেল চিটচিটে ভাব গায়েব।
এখনো তো ঝিরঝির করতেছে।
ঝামেলা আসলে আমার লাইনের না, বাইরের সহজ সরল মানুষ ভাইয়া জিনজিরা টিভি ধরায় দিতে হবে।
দেশের যে কোনো প্রান্তে ঝকঝকে ছবি আর ক্রিস্টাল ক্লিয়ার সাউন্ডের
Have not been given any opportunity to settle down. And still we don't see Rishabh Hossain. The 100 comes up with that and it's come only in the 9th over. That is saying something, Amir.
Oh, he's relaxed. He knows Sri Lanka is going to win from here on. No worries there. Yeah, the power play has been a child play for both the openers. They got into the whirlwind of Patham Nissanka and Kusal Mendes. There was no answer for the bowlers. No, they ran amok here. That's for sure.
It seems they're playing on different wickets. The manner in which Bangladesh batted, they were struggling, particularly with the intelligent bowling. The Sri Lankan bowlers used those slow balls to wonderful effort and really didn't give the opportunity to build up a momentum right through the innings. Sri Lanka, on the other hand, have really been right on top.
You're right. Both the openers came with a purpose, played with an attitude. Right from the beginning, they were able to put the pressure on the bowlers, and from there on we saw all the bowlers faltering apart from Mehdi Hasan Miraj, who's been decent.
Well, some thought process will have to go into the remaining few overs. Got to get Rashad Hussain on. Try and get a wicket.
Yeah, this is a good point. Just made. Rashad is a missing person, isn't he? 101 for 9.
মতো ঝিরঝির করতেছে।
ঝামেলা আসলে আমার লাইনের না, বাইরে সহজ সরল মানুষ ভাইয়া জিনজিরা টিভি ধরায় দিতে হবে।
দেশের যে কোনো প্রান্তে ঝকঝকে ছবি আর ক্রিস্টাল ক্লিয়ার সাউন্ডের বেস্ট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স পাবেন একমাত্র আকাশ ডিজিটাল টিভিতে।
আপনার রুচির সাথে মানানসই স্টাইলিশ সব ডিজাইন থেকে বেছে নিন পানি সাশ্রয়ী ও লং লাস্টিং শাইন ফ্ল্যাশ ট্যাঙ্ক। ফিটিংস শাইন তো সবকিছু ফাইন।
বছরের প্রথমে একটা বাচ্চাদের জন্য একটা বড় অ্যামাউন্ট লাগে, ঠিক করলাম আমরা একটা ডিপিএস খুলি, এবং বিকাশে এটা খোলার কারণ হচ্ছে কি বেশি হ্যাজেল নাই।
বিকাশ অ্যাপে ডিপিএস টাকা জমায় সারা দেশ।
250 মিলি রাঁধুনি সরিষার তেলে 5 টাকা, 500 মিলিতে 10 টাকা, 1 লিটারে 15 টাকা আর 2 লিটারে 40 টাকা ছাড়। জলদি কিনো।
ফুড পান্ডা দিচ্ছে 125 টাকা ছাড়। ডিল নাও কোডে কেএফসি, পিৎজা হাট, শিলক্স, সুমিস হট কেক, ম্যাকশেফ ও আরো অনেক অপশনে 125 টাকা ছাড়।
Now that is very, very well guided. What a delectable shot. Really went deep into his crease. Just a little angle of the bat and off it went.
He's a dynamite. Kusal Pereira. He was the major factor in PSL for Lahore Qalandars. Played with responsibility. You know, if as a bowler you want to bowl with this speed, you have to land the ball in the right areas. Otherwise, the batters are going to milk you.
Oh, that's better. Better comeback delivery. And that is the problem with all the Bangladeshi bowlers. Have not been able to land the balls in the right areas according to the requirement. They've been taken to the cleaners right from the word go. Again short. Ah, that's easy pickings. Really. Ordinary delivery from Richard. And he pays the price for it.
For shorter batsmen, that length is very friendly. You've got to pitch the ball up to the batters who are diminutive in figure. That back of the lane delivery is not going to work. Kusal Pereira has forced the bowler to change the angle. Run the stumps now.
Easy pickings. Kusal Pereira and Rashad Hussain both played for Lahore Qalandars, and they know each other's game very well, Amir.
Well, I'm surprised when I saw Rashad Hussain for the first time. He was very impressive. He has lost his way. He's struggling to land the ball in the right areas. And he is struggling. I don't know why.
Well, just a hint to turn. He came in at a time when the batters were brimming with confidence. Maybe that is playing on his mind, not really allowing him to bowl difficult deliveries. Even there, enough to swivel round, get a run. 10 runs from that Rashad over. Nelson's...
জুনিয়র ক্যাচ এবার গোসল হবে আরো রিফ্রেশিং।
পরিচ্ছন্নতা ও পবিত্রতার জন্য গোসল করেছেন, কিন্তু আপনার গোসলের সাবানটি হালাল ছিল তো? একনল সোপ, দেশের নাম্বার 1 হালাল অ্যান্টিব্যাকটেরিয়াল সোপ।
এখন ধুলাবালি জীবাণু ঘাম ক্লিন বোল্ড।
Life
রেজিস্ট্রেশন
শুধু ওয়েস্টার্ন ড্যান্স।
চল কিছু একটা করি।
লিখুন নতুন ডান্স বাউন্স নৃত্য
নিজের বাউন্স দেখাও নতুন সানসিল্ক পিঙ্ক।
Sri Lankans have had, after 10 overs, they've been really picking their spots, picking the balls to hit, not allowing the bowlers to really make an impression in any form.
Absolute mayhem.
And a bit of a surprise that Kusal Mendes has not scored too many runs in the last 16 balls. Just manages to tie him up. He's going at over 200 strike rate. It's been clipped down to 171 now. That's what Bangladesh need to do. Dry out the runs, force him into shots of error, get a wicket. Last 17, 18 balls, now 14 runs only.
And they can afford to do that. Because required run rate is only 4.63.
Yeah, it's that absolutely belligerent start they had. Really massacre early on in the innings. And hitting the ball to all parts of this lovely stadium here. This allowed them to just hold it back a little bit, relax, be a little more selective. If the bowlers are bowling well, give 1 or 2 overs to them. Again, the length not quite there. Could have done better. Found the fielder in the deep. He is a tad disappointed with that shot.
Yeah, the opening start tonight, this evening, was reminiscent of 90s when Jayasuriya used to open the innings for Sri Lanka. Oh, he was a dynamo, wasn't he? Nicely done. That's 50. This is 16th half century for Kusal.
শুধু ওয়েস্টার্ন ড্যান্স।
চল কিছু একটা করি।
লিখুন নতুন ডান্স বাউন্স নৃত্য
নিজের বাউন্স দেখাও নতুন সানসিল্ক পিঙ্ক। এতে আছে হাজারো ক্যারাটিন বুস্টার্স, চুল দেখায় দ্বিগুণ ঘন আর বাউন্সি। নিজের বাউন্স দেখাও সানসিল্ক পিঙ্ক।
চিকেন খেতে হয় না কারো লেট, যেদিন থাকে টেস্টিং সল্ট মুক্ত দারুণ স্বাদের চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলস।
সবার জন্যই ভালো চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলস।
বিজলি কেবলস যে কোনো স্থাপনার